5 seconds to go. Start. Fourthly, it seeks to empower police or prison officer to take measurements of any person who resists or refuses to give measurements. I would definitely like to bring to the knowledge of the House, or rather remind them, as to what our Honorable Home Minister just said. He said that there have been massive consultations with the states. Stakeholders' consultations have taken place. So, this kind of feeling that there has been no consultation preceding the formulation of this draft is absolutely far from the truth. All concerns have been taken on board. The state governments have been consulted. All suggestions have been taken. The 87th report of the Law Commission has been looked into. The Supreme Court judgment has been looked into. Thereafter, this particular bill has been formulated. We must commend the efforts of the team of the Honorable Home Minister and the officials of the Home Ministry for having gone so meticulously into drafting this act. I will not take much time. This is not a very large bill. This particular bill is not just coming up in India. This act is not just coming up in India. With the expansion of the list of measurements, this is there in UK, US, Australia and Canada. So we have drawn up on those countries also. Fifthly, the proposed law aligns with the Interoperable Criminal Justice System ICJS project of the Ministry of Home Affairs. I would like to reiterate that this particular bill aligns with the ICJS. I would like to inform this august House and my esteemed colleagues that ICJS is a national platform for enabling integration of the main IT system of the Home Ministry used for delivery of criminal justice in the country with five major pillars: police, e-forensics, e-courts, e-prosecution and e-prisons. Honorable members, does the House agree to extend the time of the House in order to have the reply of the Minister? Yes. Time of the House is extended till passing of the bill. Sir, this is a people-oriented government. Antyodaya is the mool mantra of this government. Honorable Prime Minister has been focusing on the last person in the queue. We want the delivery system of the justice to be strengthened. Keeping all our objectives in view, the mandate of the government in view, the proposed Bill 2022, coupled with the ICJS project of the Ministry of Home Affairs, affirms our commitment, Prime Minister Modi's government's commitment to strengthen the criminal justice system of the country, to use the technology in the best possible manner and ensure speedy delivery of justice. So, I stand here to request all my esteemed colleagues to come forward and support this bill wholeheartedly. Thank you so much. Sir, thank you for the opportunity to speak on the Criminal Procedure Identification Bill 2022. This bill will ensure that the perpetrators of the heinous crimes are brought to justice. For a civilized and advanced society to be developed and maintained, a civilized and sophisticated police force is quite essential. As our Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji has rightly envisioned, I am confident that the new India will see a tech-savvy, humane, law-abiding, responsible and accountable police force. I am also hopeful that the much needed police reforms will certainly deliver the Indian police force out of the colonial hangover and will play a key role in the economic and overall growth of our nation. Sir, I wish to thank our Honorable Prime Minister Shri Amit Shah ji for ensuring extension of the modernization of state police forces scheme for 5 more years until 2025-26 with a total outlay of rupees 26,275 crore. I wish to request that the Home Ministry may ensure proper utilization of the allocated sum since there are reported claims of huge underutilization and diversion of these funds. In this regard, I wish to mention here that Tamil Nadu Police, which ranks first with regard to diversity in its police force, was also the state which extensively implemented the first all women police station. The first all women police station was inaugurated by the Honorable former Chief Minister and our beloved leader, great Purachi Thalaivi Amma, on 13th April 1992. Our Tamil police is prided as equivalent to Scotland Yard and is also a pioneer in initiating several modernization and service condition reforms. I would request the Honorable Home Minister through you, sir, that Tamil Nadu Police may be granted an enhanced share from the modernization fund, especially since Tamil Nadu Police has been on the top with regard to utilization of MPF funds. I will conclude by making a few more suggestions. The world is moving towards a digital society. New age crimes needs new age policing. Therefore, emphasis should be made in this bill on capacity building, including experts in forensics at the police station level itself, so that the police is better equipped. During the police training process, the overall focus is on enhancing the physical strength of the trainees, but other essential skills like forensics, law, cybercrime, financial frauds are either ignored or put to the back burner. The focus on new age investigation should start from the training stage itself. More funds need to be allocated towards new age policing and forensics from the modernization of police forces scheme. Just as the collection of evidence is important, it is equally important to protect the data from tampering and misuse. To ensure the integrity of the data as well as to maintain safe custody, new age solutions like the blockchain technology should be introduced. I wish to conclude by mentioning that be it law enforcement or investigation, the police force in our nation should ensure that the common man should go about his daily life with a sense of security. Also, the underprivileged and weaker sections of our society, the minorities, the SCs and STs, women and senior citizens should feel adequate confidence in the ability of our police force to protect them. With this, I express my support to the bill. Thank you. Honorable Chairperson, sir, thank you for allowing me to speak on the Criminal Procedure Identification Bill 2022. Though we are all members of Parliament in the Lok Sabha, it happens to be a sheer coincidence that the speakers from my party who spoke before me also belong to the community of civil servants. The first two speakers who spoke before me were from the Indian Police Service. Shrimati Aparajita Sarangi, my senior, was from the Indian Administrative Service. But I must confess that the first two speakers were from the IPS. By instinct and training, the idea is to restrain the police. That is what one has learned during training and during the 21 years of service, out of which 12 years were in the field. But when I read this particular bill and the provisions therein, I have to confess that it was a case in the early 1980s The Law Commission had recommended widespread changes. In fact, it stated that there is a need to make it correspond with the modern trends in criminal investigation. This is when they are talking about making changes to the Identification of Prisoners Act of 1920. It is this act which this bill seeks to repeal and replace. In its content, it is a small bill. It has just 10 sections. But the kind of storm it has raised in the parliament when it was introduced, and also today, after looking at the number of participants who have spoken on this bill, I have to say that there is a lot in this bill which needs discussion, and a lot has been discussed today. I am sure that we will all come out of this discussion much wiser. Stop.